Rabbi Shlomo Katz. If the name is a little bit familiar for you, it's because he's our main guest for this Shabbos, for the installation Shabbos of Rabbi Posner. So I hope he would say something else. I'm not studying his Dvar Tora right now, but it was many years ago. So anyway, Rabbi Katz usually brings stuff from Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach. This is like his main source of things, and he's tried to he speaks a lot about how the beginning of every book and the end of every book, like Bereshit, Shmot, Vayikra, are trying to give us something. I have to say, this is like, that was a class of like an hour or so. So I'll try to give you just like the essay of that. Rabbi Yogev tried to teach me that from the minute I got here. I'm getting improving that. I'll try to do it today also. So he says every beginning of book and every end of book try to teach us something. Usually the beginning, they try to let us in the book to be excited from the book we're going to read, Bereshit, Shmot, Vayikra, and etc. And the end of it, it's kind of like closure, to see what we can learn from the book. And the question is, what we can learn from Parshat Pekudei, especially this year when usually it's Vayakel Pekudei together, and usually Vayakel Pekudei have also one of the four Parshiyot like Chodesh or Para or something. So this year, just Pekudei, just by itself, nothing at all. What we can learn from that, and the question is even a little bit bigger because it seems like the end of Sefer Shmot not really connected to the beginning of Sefer Shmot. Because all the beginning of Sefer Shmot, it's really hard to remember that right now after all the 3-4 weeks that we're reading only about the Mishkan and everything. We have the golden calf in the middle, yes, but this is the main issue that we're dealing right now. We started with getting out of Egypt. We were slaves, 10 plagues, mountain of Sinai, Tora. There were so many big things. And then, well, it's important, but a little bit hard, and even some would say boring, to read just about the details of the Mishkan, especially when we read 2 weeks ago, we read about like the obeying, how to do it, and now we just basically reading the same, just how they did it. So Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach take the point of that. In our Parsha, in Parshat Pekudei, we've been told about how Moshe is building the Mishkan by himself. This is something, I won't touch it right now, but there's something to say about that too. Anyway, the Gemara said, and the Midrash also said, that in 7 days in a row, Moshe tried to build the Mishkan, and every time he built it, but he couldn't. The Mishkan fell apart. Some says twice a day. And Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa even said 3 times every day, he built the Mishkan failed, he built the Mishkan failed, until eventually, Beyom Kalot Hibanot Mishkan, at the day, the process of building the Mishkan came through an end. They came to an end. And now this is a little bit spirituality more than I usually like to bring stuff here, but again, I heard that from Shlomo Karach, I liked it. He said, if you think about like 7 days, 3 times a day, you're coming into 21 times that Moshe Rabbeinu tried to build the Mishkan and couldn't, right? Until the last time that he actually built it. And 21 in Gematria, there's an English way to Gematria, by the way, Rabbi Yogev? No, just Gematria, like counting the letters together, is like Eheye, one of the name of God, like alef, hey, yud, and hey. This is like 21 also. And if you remember, Moshe asked God after all the things with golden calf, what the name I can tell Bnei Israel that what the name I can tell them this is your name. So God told him, you can tell them Eheye is my name. So what we can learn from that? What Rabbi Shlomo Katz tried to tell us we can learn from that? What exactly is the name of God, basically? So this is like the hint from from Moshe trying to build the Mishkan 21 times. If you think worship God, or you know what, even just being here in the world, I don't know, getting married and then boom, everything fine. Having kids and boom, everything fine. Learn something, like first degree or something, and then everything. No, this is not how it works. It takes at least 21 times of falling and trying again and falling and trying again and falling and trying again and falling. This is life. Life are not, and work Hashem. It's not like you came to a point, okay, it's fine. I'm there. No, you're going to fall again. It's okay. Sheva Yipol Tzaddik, 7 times the Tzaddik will fall. but there's an important word after that, then vekam. The question is, what do you do about that eventually? And the power of Moshe, the power of the Mishkan, and maybe the power of all Sefer Shmot, what we need to take with us to all the sacrifices in Sefer Vayikra that we're going to have, is the power of not giving up. To know that in Avodat Hashem we're trying over and over and over and over again until eventually the Mishkan will stand. It doesn't mean we're not going to fall again, but we're going to get to some point, yes, we're going to achieve whatever it is that we want. So don't give up. We're going to say Rabbi Kaddish